Hola, clase. Hoy es viernes, el 4 de diciembre de 2020. Hoy tenemos para empezar, por favor, empieza practicando. That means start practicing your Quizlet 3.2. This is our last new vocab set of the semester, so that is exciting. Some of the, it's going to look like a big vocabulary set, but some of it will be review, so don't freak out. You're watching today's lesson. Thanks for doing that. Your homework will be make a family tree in Spanish. I'll talk to you about that at the end of the lesson. So to start, today is Friday, so I have a little Cultural Friday thing for you. We're going to be learning about a tradition in a certain region of Spain called Catalonia, and this tradition is called the pooping log. So, what is the pooping log? Well, it's a Christmas tradition. And it is about a log that poops out gifts for the little boys and girls. So what it is obviously it's a log, and they cover it in this blanket, okay? And then they feed it. You see how they're feeding it? So they're feeding it, kind of like how we put out, treats for the reindeer or something. They're feeding the log, taking care of it, what so have you. And then what they do is the kids hit it with a stick. You see this? See the kids hitting the log with sticks? So you hit it with a stick and they sing a little song. Now I'm not going to sing the song for you, but they sing a little song. And then they take away the blanket that's surrounding the log you see here. They take it away. And underneath the blanket there's little toys and gifts or little treats and such. So as you can see here, it has a little animation or picture, I guess I should say, not animation, of it pooping out their gifts and their treats. So as you can see, here they're hitting it with sticks, then they'll take off the blanket and they'll get their treats. So yeah, anyway, I thought that was a fun tradition, fun little cultural tip to talk to you guys about today. And one thing we're going to be talking in my class today about is what traditions do we have that might seem strange to other cultures, specifically surrounding Christmas, right? I don't know, feeding Santa or feeding the reindeer, that's probably strange. Maybe putting lights on our house seems strange to other cultures. I'm sure it does. What about, isn't there some sort of hide a pickle in a tree tradition? I think that would probably seem strange to other cultures. I mean, it honestly seems strange to me. So, just some good things to think about. That would be interesting for you guys today. Okay, quickly to warm up. What's some familia vocabulario that you remember? Do you remember when we wrote about mi familia? We said, for example, mi madre es una mujer alta y inteligente. Or mi hermano es un chico bajo y atlético. Okay? So far we've learned madre, padre, right? Mother and father. Hermano, brother, hermana, sister. Tia, tío, aunt, uncle. Sorry, I'm yawning. What else did we learn? Those are probably the main ones. So we're going to continue to talk about that today. If you open your books to página 164, this is our last subunit for the semester. Do you guys remember Rodrigo? He was in our telehistorias. So here he says, soy Rodrigo, vivo en Puerto Rico con mis padres. Con means with, so he's saying, I live in Puerto Rico with my parents, mis padres. See? Ellos tienen dos hijos. So we can see this on the family tree, right? Los padres, the parents, la madre, el padre, Cecilia y Jose, those are their names. Then they have dos hijos, right? Two kids, un hijo y una hija. Yo soy su hijo. Su just means their, okay? So I'm their son. Yo soy su hijo y mi hermana Ana es su hija. Te presento a las otras personas en nuestra familia. So remember, te presento from lección preliminar. I present to you the other people. In nuestra means our. Think like nosotros, right? Starts with an N, so that's our, the we, our family. We have los abuelos. Didn't have to yawn. The grandparents, la abuela, the grandma, el abuelo, grandpa, Maria y Cristobal. Los padres, los hermanos, the siblings. We have los tíos. Tío is uncle, tía is aunt, Camila y Pablo. And then los primos. So, these are the abuelos, their padres, their tíos. What does that make these guys to them? Those would be their cousins, los primos, el primo y la prima. Also, I think this is a funny picture. We have el gato, the cat, y el perro. Notice the two R's. So R, that's your rolling the R sound. R, el perro. ¿Cuántos años tienes tú? That's just asking how many years do you have? That's a way in Spanish to ask how old are you, okay? ¿Cuántos años tienes? Yo tengo 15 años. So instead of saying soy 15 años, which I've seen people writing before, which is okay, but now we know that instead of saying soy 15 años, we in Spanish say yo tengo 15 años. Ana, mi hermana menor, that's her younger sister, tiene 9 años. Yo soy su hermano mayor. So he's talking here, right? This is la hermana menor, the younger sister. Y yo soy, I am, su, so her brother, mayor, older. So I'm her older brother. Again, this is reiterating the fact that our adjectives typically in Spanish go after our nouns. So I am her brother older, or my sister younger, my younger sister. Scrolling down, ¿cuál es la fecha? Hoy es el 1 de abril. ¿Cuál es la fecha? That's asking which is the date, or how we understand it. What is today's date? And he says, hoy es el 1 de abril. Remember, we don't say el 1 de abril, right? The first day is el primero. Es mi cumpleaños. I'm not sure if we've talked about that in your guys' class, but I know in my class we sing for each other when it's our cumpleaños. So, es mi cumpleaños, it is my birthday. ¿Cuándo es tu cumpleaños? When is your birthday? So how would you say your birthday? I will tell you mine. See if you can figure it out. Mi cumpleaños es el 24 de noviembre. Just actually happened last Tuesday. Okay, we're going to review our numbers tomorrow, so don't worry about that. Más vocabulario. La madrastra is stepmother. El padrastro is stepfather. You guys might need to use those in your family trees when we make them later. La fecha de nacimiento is the birth date. And ya means already. I love that word, ya. It's used all the time. Okay, let's do these two activities and then we'll move on. The family tree. Okay, so indica la relación de cada persona con Rodrigo, right? Indicate the relation of each person with Rodrigo. Use the family tree from 164. So, for example, if we look back here, we have Jose. Jose is el padre de Rodrigo. What about this person? Okay, it's going to be a lot of scrolling, so get her picture in your mind, okay? The lady with glasses. Where is she? Aha! So how would you say what she is in relation to Rodrigo? Ella es la abuela de Rodrigo. Ella, she, is la abuela, the grandma, de Rodrigo, of Rodrigo. What about this guy? Él es el primo de Rodrigo. Okay, we'll do two more. That lady in the green. Ella es la tía de Rodrigo. Notice that I'm not saying ella es Rodrigo's tía. In Spanish, we never ever are going to use an apostrophe s to show possession. Instead, we just say de blank. So of this person. That shows possession in and of itself. So instead of saying ella es Rodrigo's tia, we say ella es la tia de Rodrigo. She's the tia of Rodrigo. And finally, we'll do one more. This dude. We see him. Oh, I think he had glasses in that picture. Tricky. L as L. L is L. That's our two different types of L's, actually. Let me type that down really quick for us, because that's important. Remember, L with an accent means he. L without an accent means the. So, I'm in my English keyboard right now. L is el abuelo de Rodrigo. He is the grandpa of Rodrigo. Awesome. All right, I think you guys get that. Oh yeah, no to grammatical just reemphasizes what I just told you guys, right? In Spanish, apostrophe s is never used to show possession. Use de in the noun that refers to the owner or the possessor. El gato de Marisa, or Marisa, Marisa's cat. Los primos de Juan, Juan's cousins. Okay, last activity, honestly, not gonna lie, I think things like this are super fun. I love those things, like if this person is my aunt's brother's uncle's grandma's great-grandson, what is that in relation to me? Okay, it's kind of like un rompecabezas, a puzzle. So, looking at these phrases here, go ahead and match the description to who we're talking about. For example, let's do number 1 together, and you can do the last 5 on your own. El padre de mi madre es, so we think, the father of my mother is, that would be mi abuelo, D, my grandpa. So again, go ahead and do the last 5. Pause the video, figure those out, then come back and we'll check it together. Okay, las hermanas de mi padre son mis tías, right? Those would be my aunts or aunts, however you say it. La hija de mi padre es mi hermana, my sister. Remember, hija means daughter. Los hijos de mis padres son mis hermanos. Los hijos. So here's another thing that I need to go over with you guys. If I just say hijo, that can mean son or child. If I say hija, that just means daughter. Okay, so for example, if I say los hijos, that could be the children. Technically, if I'm only saying hijo, that's going to refer to a son. So hijos could be the children. Hijos could also be the plural of sons. So it could be either the children in general, a mix of boys and girls, or the sons. Kind of like, for example, when we use nosotros, that's a mix of boys and girls, or it's all boys. But when we use nosotras, we know it's automatically all female. That applies to hijos as well. So, mis hermanos, again, same rule. That doesn't mean necessarily my brothers. It could also just mean my siblings in general. It could be a mix of male and female. Las hijas, now here we know it's all females. Las hijas de mi tía son mis primas, see? My female cousins. La hermana de mi tía es mi madre? That would make sense, right? Yeah, mi madre. Perfecto. All right, chicos. Hopefully you're getting the hang of this. Did you get it? Fill in the blank with the correct vocabulary word. El blank de tus tíos es tu primo. De tus tíos es tu primo. So that'd be el hijo, right? El hijo, the son of your uncles, is your cousin. What about número 2? Los blank de tus padres son tus abuelos. Remember, padres, that's not necessarily plural of father, that's just your parents. Padre singular is your father. So, los padres de tus padres son tus abuelos. The parents of your parents are your grandparents. Finally, number 3, las blank de tu madre son tus tías. Las hermanas de tu madre son tus tías. Muy bien. So that's all we have for today, chicos. Your assignment is to make a family tree in Spanish. So what I want you to do is complete a family tree in Spanish, similarly to this, right? Except yours is going to be bigger, a lot bigger. Well, I guess this already has 12 people, so maybe twice as big. Please make it look nice and neat, okay? Don't just make a slop version of this. You need to at least have 25 different family members on your family tree. Label each person with both their name as well as their relation to you in Spanish, hermana, madre, abuela, etc. So just like our example, right? We say la abuela, el abuelo, and we put their names, Maria y Cristobal. Los padres, we have la madre and el padre, okay? And we have the names, Cecilia y Jose. So again, write their first names and also their relation to you. See an example from a family tree either in class or in the instructional video, which is now. I'll draw a quick one for you. If you cannot reach the 25 family member requirement, let's say that your family is super small or you don't know all your family members. That's okay. I don't know them either, okay? So just make them up. You can add some extras in there. You can also add dogs and cats, okay? So I'll just make an example for you really quick. Hopefully you can see that. Welcome to my class. So for example, in my family, I would say, can you see me? Perfect. Abuelo and abuela, they got married. And I would say my grandpa's name is Bob, and my grandma's name is Anita, not Anita, Bob and Donna. I got her mixed up with someone else. That's sad. Okay, Bob and Donna, right? So then they had 6 kids. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One of them was my dad, so I'd say padre. And then his name is Rich, okay? He married my mom, whose name is Sue. Then they had 5 kids. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The middle one of those names is Allison, which is Yo. Okay? Hopefully you guys can see this well. So anyway, then I could fill out all these people being my tios and tias. I could fill out my siblings, right? Hermanas, hermanos. I could fill out my primos and my primas. Okay, so it's not going to take me very long at all to get to 25. I have a huge family. And that's just on my dad's side. So anyway, that's what you guys are going to be doing. Finally, on the back, write 8 sentences about the relationship between 2 family members. For example, mi abuela es la madre de mi padre. My grandma is the mom of my dad. Mi tía es la hija de mi abuela. My aunt is the daughter of my grandma. Okay? If you want to insert their names too, if you want to say like mi tía Nancy, right? My aunt Nancy is la hija de mi abuela Donna. That's fine too, okay? Please upload a picture of the front and back of your assignment. Hopefully this is a fun assignment, kind of mixes it up for you out of the ordinary. And yeah, hope you guys have a great weekend. Get some rest, and I'll see you on Monday. Adios, chicos. Hasta luego.